Peer pressure is the influence from members of one's peers groups. Responding to peer pressure is part of human nature, but some people are more likely to give in than others are. Peer pressure is pressure provided by your peers. Peer pressure is a very real issue that affects many of the teenagers of the world today. Society offers many misleading advertisements that seem to lead teens in all the wrong directions. If the youth of today are more educated, the future of our world will be a lot better. There are all sorts of pressures that children face today. Drinking, smoking, staying out past curfew, having sex when you are not ready, whenever it may be. Sometimes others put the pressure on you to participate in something you may not want to do. Peer pressure is stress or strain you feel from your friends. The kind of peer pressures can cover everything from fashion through sex and dating. If you are very worried about peer pressure, it is important to find someone who you can talk to. Teens today face numerous tensions that can have an impact on the decisions they make. Studies have shown how peer pressure alone can change one's mind from what they know is right to making the wrong decision. Also, it has been said that all it takes for someone to stand their ground on what they know is right is for one other peer to agree with them. Inner strength and self-confidence can help you stand. If you are continuing to face peer pressure and you are finding it difficult to handle, talk to someone you can trust. There are positive kinds of peer pressure as well, and it can be powerful in shaping positive behaviors in teens. As a teenager, it is very hard to face peer pressure because your hormones are all over the place and you are going through puberty, and it is a very awkward stage. Peer pressure is a hard thing to handle because if you're the only one not doing it, you feel like you will be left out and made fun of. In this day and age, teens have more peer pressure to be cool and to be accepted, that's what makes them rebel against what their mom and dad say. They may know what the right answer is, but they will do the wrong so they will look cool and fit in. For example, when you face a situation that you know the answer is no to deep inside, but everyone around you is doing it, you feel like you have to do it because you will look crazy if you don't. That's peer pressure. Peer pressure only takes one. For instance, if there's a group of girls and they all drink at a party and you're the only one that says no, most likely some of the other friends in the group will follow your lead because that is the right choice and they don't want to have bad consequences. When people think of peer pressure, they think of drinking, doing drugs, overdosing, etc. But really, peer pressure can be from anything that is breaking the rules or hurting someone if the whole group is hurting someone. Falling into peer pressure can be a lot easier said than done. Because if you say no to a bad choice and all your friends or the group that you hang out with says yes, you may not be able to hang out with them anymore. They might kick you out. Also, if everyone else in your group is doing something and you're the only one, you may feel left out or they might reject you. For instance, if all of your friends are smoking and they say, "You want to smoke?" and you say no, they might yell at you and force it down your throat. A good form of peer pressure is encouragement, such as encouraging your friends to go on a run with you, even if they don't want to. This dialogue would consist of, "Come on, Billy, you know you want to, come on, it'll be good for your health." And that is a great form of peer pressure. Peer pressure causes people to not be themselves if their group is all the same and they are different. They might make that person change into one of them. For example, if your whole group has brown hair and you have blonde hair, they may make you dye your hair brown unless you may not be in their group. As children get older, they tend to spend a lot more time with their friends and a whole lot less time with their parents. Therefore, what their friends say and do rub off on them, or they start to adapt to what their friends are doing all the time because they have no parental supervision. Social media is a huge part in peer pressure. Your friends may tell you to post an inappropriate picture of yourself or post an inappropriate comment that you know is not right because you have great moral values, but they're forcing you to post it. These peer pressure incidents don't just occur in our teenage years. They also affect adults. In the workplace, they are pressured to do as good as the others by bosses and owners and consistently compared to others. This is not a good confidence booster. I think that people forget that they can stop peer pressure. It starts by someone trying to fight it a little bit at a time. It is not going to stop itself. So, you need to stand up for yourself and not fall into another form of peer pressure can be weight. In this society, being skinny is the norm or what everybody wants. So, you may starve yourself and not eat to look like what society wants. That is another form of peer pressure. Lastly, even though most of the pressure is when we are young and venerable and well curious, we still have the worries and pressures when we are all grown up. We have friends, and as long as we have friends, we have peer pressure.